And welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Christine Sauer, and welcome to our event today about havening for stress, anxiety, and worry relief. And I'm very excited to have you all here. And as always, there's many more registered than are coming, so there will be a replay and the recording will go out. To make sure that the recording is only accessible to those who registered, there will be a registration necessary, but no other things, no payment and nothing, because I want you to have this incredibly valuable tool available. So without further ado, let's get started. I will share my screen and we will talk about havening techniques and how it can help us all. Oh, so where's my share screen? There we go. Okay, just 1 second. It'll be right there. There we go. If you have any issues, you cannot see it. There's the reactions tab on the bottom. Let me know. I want to know. The same, I will not monitor the chat box. If somebody decides not to be on video, I will respect that. I know sometimes there's a lot going on in the background. I love to see you guys, but if I don't, I know that we are there and that alone brings me comfort. Alrighty, let's get started. So today we'll talk about self-havening to calm stress, anxiety, and worries. And it is a technique that we will hear more about because it is very, very helpful. Today, we'll talk about what is havening and what we can use it for. How do we actually use it? How do we apply havening touch? Because this is a workshop where we actually will do something. We will talk briefly about the effect of havening touch on the brain, so you realize it is actually a scientifically proven method. We'll do a quick reset to let go of tension and stress immediately. We'll start to sow positive seeds of possibility with what's called informational havening, a great tool, and how to use havening to prime your mind for resourcefulness and positive outcomes by mining the diamonds inside you. Aren't we all diamonds inside? And to connect to the best version of you with havening, how to increase your gratitude with havening, and how to radiate positive energy, love, and kindness with havening. Now, this is a lot to cover, and we have an hour. So when I looked at that later, I thought I might not be able to actually do it all in an hour. And so I have been thinking about how I can make that so everybody benefits a lot. So what I decided is that everybody that registered for this one, when I am not finishing, because I do not want to rush, you get a free ticket for the follow-up event where we'll do more about it. And I think that is fair for everybody. And I do not want to rush because I really want to teach you to do that well so you can apply it in your everyday life starting today. Alrighty, who am I that I'm talking about that? Well, I'm Dr. Christine Sauer. I'm a German trained physician. I'm a naturopath. I'm a gastrointestinal disease specialist. I was trained as an allergologist. I'm also a certified brain health and mental health professional. One of my mentors is Dr. Daniel Amen, and you might have heard of his famous book, Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. I'm working as a health and life coach out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. And on this wonderful picture, you see my favorite hubby, well, my only hubby, Michael, of now 25 years this year, and our sparkle dog, Rudy. He's a little Pomeranian. He's about 10 kilograms or 22 pounds. He thinks he's a husky, but I don't think he is. As for all events, I have to give you a legal disclaimer because what I'm saying is an educational content only. It is not intended to be a substitute for medical or other professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If that is a need, please always seek the advice of your personal licensed physician or other qualified healthcare provider. Now, let's get into it. What is havening? Havening, the word, is a transitive verb of the word haven. What it means is to put in a safe place. Now, what are we doing when we are doing havening? Is we are telling the brain that we are in a safe place. And we do that by harnessing the power of touch to soothe and reassure the brain. And such, we provide a safe haven for positive change and calmness. Who came up with that amazing method? It was two of my mentors, Dr. Ronald and Stephen Rudin, twin brothers from New York, physicians. And it is amazing. They both are, I was fortunate, I was trained by the founder themselves. And they're amazing humans. And I'm very fortunate to have met them. Now, what is havening? Havening is one of the psychosensory therapy methods. Now, all psychosensory therapy methods are based on the fact that the body is an electrochemical organ, because there's no chemistry without electricity and no electricity without chemistry when it comes to living organisms. And some people still don't understand that. Now, psychosensory methods, you will maybe have heard of EMDR, that's a rapid eye movement therapy that they sometimes do in psychologists do, or EFT, the tapping, they tap on different points in the body and says things. They both can be effective if done well. In my personal humble opinion, havening techniques is those therapies on steroids. It's so much more kinder, more gentler, easier to learn, and you can do it yourself. All right, let's go on. What can you do with havening? With a practitioner like myself, havening can be used to permanently take the emotional sting out of traumatic memories. What it actually does, it dislodges the trauma, the traumatic feeling, the anxiety, the worry, the upset from the traumatic event. So when somebody has what we call PTSD and they relive a traumatic event over and over, havening can remove that on a brain level, and then the memory is just a memory, but without the upsetting feeling. It also can be used to calm stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And self-havening, what I'm teaching today, can help to calm stress and worries, can help to build resilience, which we all need in a time of increasing change. And it can help us all to feel calmer, more focused, more peaceful. So let's get into the practice of it. And I want to invite you to do everything that I'm saying together with me, whether you are on video or off video. Please do it. Now, there's 3 different moves in havening, and they are all exchangeable. You can do the move that feels best to you, and you can do the move that gives you the best result and is appropriate under the circumstances. Let's start with the first one. And I like to take my glasses off. If you have reasonably clean hands, I invite you to do it with me. And it's havening in your face. And that means you take your hands and you gently stroke your face from the forehead, around the eyes, down the cheeks, gently, and about a frequency of once a second. And the reason why it needs to be once a second is because that is the frequency of the delta waves in the brain. And that tells the brain to relax, be calm. Those are waves that are produced during sleep. Those are waves that tells the brain you're in a safe place. And that those are the waves that we need more of. And actually, the face is one of the places, and we'll get to a slide later on, where we can produce the most amount of these beneficial waves. Now, there's 2 other techniques that you can use to produce similar effects. It just takes a little bit longer. One of them is with your hands. It's like washing hands, but not too fast and not too rough, but gentle. And I sometimes say it is like you have a glass pearl between your hands that you do not want to crush. And the frequency again is once a second. Now I'll show you this here, so it's on camera. When you do that at home, you can do it under table, in a conference, in a class, if it comes to children. And you can do it anywhere. And please, when you do it at home, make sure you relax your shoulders, because when we're anxious, we tend to pull the shoulders up and cramp, and that gives us neck pain, head pain. So relax your shoulders when you do havening. Take it easy. Feel free to close your eyes and do those moves. And the last move, which is also a lovely move, is like hugging yourself. You take your arms and you stroke yourself from the shoulder down to the elbows. And again, the frequency is about 1 a second. Don't do it too fast or it will have no effect. Don't do it too slow, but you will feel the correct frequency for your body, because every brain is a little bit different. And it also depends on the situation. So when I do it myself, and honestly, before this event, I did it because I was a little bit nervous. It's the first one of this kind. Take your time, go slow, and enjoy. And continue to do it together with me. And when you do it at home, and we'll lead you through a meditation at the end, where we apply that, I invite you to put yourself in the most beautiful place you can imagine. Whether that is a beach, the woods, some people like to walk across a meadow or through a forest. And I want you to imagine the most beautiful place you have ever been. On a beach, sitting on the sand, and then engage all 5 senses. And in your mind, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you feel on your skin? Do you feel the wind? And, is it warm? And imagine it, most beautiful scene you can ever imagine. How do you feel? I trust that you feel a little bit calmer already. I want to invite you to continue doing these moves. Thank you. I hear great. Thank you very much. And feel free to type a reaction in the chat bound when you want to. I cannot keep up with it all the time, but I will try to have a look because I want to react to you. And if you want to say something real urgently, you can do that. The only issue is you will be on video and the replay. So if you do not want to do that, I know some of my viewers are a little shy, that is fine. Feel free to type it in the chat box. Now continue the havening moves once a second. You can do that during the whole presentation as long as you want. There are no negative side effects unless tiring of the muscles if you're not used to it. So if you do this for a long time, you might get tired, and then it's time to rest, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go on. I want to explain a little bit about the effects of havening on our brain. And our brain is a very complex organ. And in the middle of the brain, right between the ears, can't really show it because it is behind the nose, but right in the middle, there is what's called the limbic system. And the limbic system is where our emotions are located. And there's 2 little bodies, you can see them here, they are called the amygdala. Amygdala because it's a Latin word for almond, that's how they are shaped. Now the amygdala are the areas where anxiety and stress reaction are stored, together with many other areas of the brain. But the havening technique, people have actually done scientific experience to prove how havening takes techniques change the chemical structure in the amygdala in a beneficial way. It is quite amazing. But I'm not going there because it's a practical thing and not havening. Now, what happens in the brain if we have a very stressful event? For example, if somebody is exposed to bomb threats in a war, he is nearly killed, he is in a severe accident, another traumatic event, or children, they are beaten up severely or sexually abused. These all are very stressful events. And for some people that have the tendency by genetic makeup and by other experiences of the parents and ancestral history, if a stressful event then is encoded in your brain in amygdala as a traumatic memory, that's when it can produce disease. And yes, not everybody after an event like that produces disease. It depends on what Dr. Ruden calls the landscape, how your brain and your genetic structure is before you were exposed to the event. Now, the chemical structures of neurotransmitters is very complicated. And this is just a few of the many hundred neurotransmitters that are active in the brain and are part of the electroceutical complex, so electric and pharmaceutical, which is really what we are doing when we do havening, because it is just as effective as many pharmaceuticals. Here, interestingly, adrenaline and noradrenaline, that many people know as stress hormones, are also neurotransmitters. They have a distinctive effect on the brain. There's many others. It is a fascinating area of research, and we do not really know anything about it. Now, what happens when we do havening, when we tactile stimulation of various areas of the body? And here's a graph, because they did experiments about it, how many delta waves, how many powerful delta waves were generated compared with the resting stage when people did havening techniques. And that's how they started to develop that. When you see this here, on the cheeks, it was 90 times more powerful in the face than at the resting state. The shoulders were 5 to 38 times as effective. The palms 5 times. The back of hands are pretty much ineffective, interestingly. Now, you can lateral eye movement, which EMDR uses, is 12 to 20% times. So it is effective. But when you look at havening in the shoulders and cheek, it is more effective. And you can do it yourself, and it's really nice and calming. Now, we need to talk about resilience versus vulnerability, and that's a big issue. Some people, by their landscape, by their makeup, are more vulnerable than others, more resilient. And with havening techniques, we can contribute to transforming vulnerability into more resilient over time. And the benefits of havening are gained by soothing and reassuring the brain, and in particular the limbic system and also the prefrontal cortex. Now, the prefrontal cortex is the area of our brain where we actually are our CEO, our boss. And the prefrontal cortex is where judgment, forethought, and strategic thinking and action taking is located. And this is often impaired nowadays, especially by flickering devices and constant switching, which produces a lowering, and we call that ADHD, which has a lowered prefrontal cortex. This can be strengthened in part with havening techniques. There's many other issues. Now, havening touch has also been proven to release good brain chemicals that you might have heard about, GABA, which you can get as a supplement to calm you down, gamma-aminobutyric acid, serotonin, the feel-good hormone, and oxytocin, the connection hormone. Because when we hug ourselves and connect with others, we feel more connected. And never forget one thing. You have a unique blend of priceless treasures within you. And with havening and with other techniques, we can access and kind of mine these diamonds. So I call it sometimes the inner sanctum that nobody should ever have the right to enter but you. So I also want to encourage you, go on with the havening and go on to hug yourself because it is wonderful and soothing. Now, let's talk about a very fascinating way, and we will practice that because it's so much fun. We want to talk about the power of what if, because what if can close or open resource gates. And today I want to teach you how to sow positive seeds of possibility with a technique that's called affirmational havening. Now ask yourself, when you say the two words, what if, what is usually coming after that? Think about it for a moment. You want to type it in the chat box. What do you say when you think about what if? How do you finish that? What if? Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes because this is really important that you realize what's going on in most people. And what's going most on, and I'll give you an answer. Most people ask questions like, what if it is too difficult? What if I will regret the things I'm doing now? What if I'm not good enough? What if they don't like me? What if it all goes horribly wrong? What if nobody shows up to the event? Question I ask myself. What if I fail? And what if I totally mess up and everybody laughs at me for public speaking? Yes, what if I'm not good enough? Now, think about what all those questions that we ask ourselves a lot, what they bring about for feelings. Do they make you feel good? I don't think so. When I think about asking myself, oh my God, what happens if they don't like me? If I totally mess up, I feel anxious. I feel nervous. So what we can do when you currently use what ifing to torture, limit, or scare yourself is you close your resource gate. If you ask yourself, what if it's too difficult? What if I can't do it? What if everything doesn't go the way I want it? But what if, here's a new version, what if you harness this skill instead of torturing you and make it work for you rather than against you? And you can convert it from a torture device to an inspirational device just by putting in better endings. And today we'll develop some examples. And here are some examples that many people feel useful. So please join in. I will say them and haven along as we consider these. And please go along and haven. If you don't do it yet, take your hands, put them together, stroke yourself once a second. Okay, let's do it. And we'll say, what if I'm better than I've been telling myself? What if I start to give myself a little bit more credit? What if I were to be kinder and more compassionate to myself? What if I look at myself through a more loving lens? What if I were to start notice things I could like or appreciate about myself? What if I can adopt some better thinking habits? What if I'm more capable and resourceful than I've so far imagined? What if I can? What if I'm more ready than I thought? One evening, what if my future is bright? What if I access more of my talents and best qualities? What if I'm just getting started and my best chapters are still being written? It is independent of your age. What if this can be a new beginning? What if I can go strength to strength? Wow, let's go over that list again. What if I'm better than I've been telling myself? What if I start to give myself a little more credit for the good things that I've achieved in my life? Most of us have achieved a lot. And to be honest, when I talk with clients, I always ask them to make a list of their achievements. And if they are not feeling good or depressed, like most of my clients are when they start, they may be able to come with one or two, like I graduated from college. And I asked them to jot down 100. And they can't because they focus so much on the negative. So what if, everybody here, that if I start to give myself a little more credit for all the achievements, for all the things I achieved in my life. And this starts today. We all achieved things. We made breakfast. We got out of bed. Those are little achievements, and they are worth celebrating. They are worth celebrating. Thank you. Somebody said, never thought about it this way. Yeah, it's important that we think about things. What if I'm ever doing kinder and more compassionate and loving to myself? What would happen? What would happen if you are treating yourself like your best friend? What if you were your own best friend? We all need to be our own best friend because we often say things to ourselves that we never would tell our best friend, right? Why do we love others more than ourselves? What if we would love ourselves? What if I can? What if I'm more ready than I thought? What if my future's bright? What if I access more of my talents and best qualities one evening? What if I'm just getting started and my best chapters are still being written? Now, this is important when you're older. Some of my clients said, oh, I cannot change, I'm too old. If you're here from the English room, you might remember Charles Dickens' Scrooge, A Christmas Story. Scrooge says this, I'm too old, I cannot change. How melodramatic. But then he changed because he got the attitude. What if I'm just getting started? My best chapters are still being written. It's never too late to live your best life. What if this can be a new beginning? And this is helpful, for example, for people that just got a devastating diagnosis. It can be a new beginning. What if? That can be a new beginning. What if I can go from strength to strength? Now, when you do it yourself, there's one thing to consider, because some people say, what if I stop messing up and stop feel like an idiot? What if I no longer feel shy and nervous? It's very important to keep it saying it in the positive. And instead of saying, what if I stop messing up, which focuses the brain on messing up, what if I start to get better results? What if I stop feeling like an idiot? You do. That is negative, and your brain gets focused on feeling like an idiot. Instead, you can say to yourself, what if I feel good about myself? Consider this. What if? How would you feel? Amazing, right? And instead of saying, what if I no longer feel shy and nervous? Or what if I'm no longer afraid to go on stage? You could say, what if I can begin to feel calmer, more confident? What if I were the most confident speaker in the house? What if I'm an amazing speaker and I enjoy speaking on stages? What if I have more to offer this world than I ever thought? That primes your brain for positivity and for success. Not only will you feel less nervous, but you will feel calmer, you will feel more confident, you will feel more focused, and your brain will try to do the best to do what you ask it to do. If you ask your brain to help you to feel calm and more confident, the brain will help you. That's important. Now, let's make your exercise. Keep havening, and I want you to do your own sentences. And you can do that whether you watch it live now or during the replay. And let's take 5 minutes and go through the statements yourself. And if you want to, type the statements that you come up with that you like in the chat box. I would love to hear what you come up with. You can use words like, I invite. I invite the universe to send me more love. I create. I create a better life for myself and those who I love, and maybe even the world itself. I welcome. I welcome the flow of creativity and energy in my life. I attract. I attract people that will help me fulfill my goals. I accept. I accept all the good things that are coming to me. I accept the love from my husband. I accept the love for my children. I access the universal love that's around me. If you are Christian or spiritual, you can say, I access the goodness of God and the love of God. You can say, I recognize that there's love and energy all around me. You can say, I open the gates on. Think about what you want to open the gate on. I open the gates on constant personal growth. I open the gates on receiving all the energy of the universe because it's unlimited and there's different forms of energy. I notice the little things in life. I notice the smell of fresh baked bread and I'm grateful for it. I have so many great ideas that I see here in the meeting chat come in. I deserve to achieve my goals. Yes, I intend to improve my life. You can even go further and say, what if my life got better and better every day? I open the gates to abundance. Yes, I open the gates on abundance. Absolutely. You can say, I commit to becoming a better person day by day. I commit on keeping up the havening practice to become a loving and more positive person every day. I acknowledge that nobody's perfect, but everybody's striving to become a better person, and there's a goodness and a seed of genius in everyone. I intend to become the best person that I can be. I intend to realize my potential. You can come up with everything. What if I become good at what I do? How about we make it even better and say, what if I become great at what I do? Because I'm sure you're already good at what you do. If you're a good person, if you're loving others, you're already good at what you do. There's no question about it. Then I appreciate the little things. I appreciate the gift of life. I appreciate my fingers. If when you eat, I teach that to my overweight people that want to lose weight. I appreciate the little piece of food. And then you really look at the food, you feel it, you experience it with all 5, 6 senses. And then you have a completely different attitude towards eating than you ever had before. Yay, what if I become great at what I do? Exactly. And I'm sure you will become great at what you do. Because if you're already good at what you do, you can only become great. There's no way back. As always in life, there's no way back. We can't get younger, we can only get wiser. Then you can say, I love. There's many things we can love, starting with yourself. I love the person I'm becoming. What if I love everything about me unconditionally? Many of us may, growing up, not have felt that they received unconditional love from their parents. This is very common. It's never too late to receive the love from the universe and use it to love yourself. What if that was a reality for you? You can say, I claim mine. How do you start that? I claim my power. As a human, you're powerful. We are very powerful. Our mind is more powerful than we are thinking. When you claim your power and step into your power and empower yourself and do not give it away to others, you become a powerful person. I reclaim mine. What could you say to that? I reclaim my energy. Many people give away their energy to others by helping too much. This is a problem many helpers have in the helping profession. I have had it myself. I gave my energy away. And then instead of giving from the overflow of your energy, you give from your own energy. So it's time to reclaim my energy. You can do that. It's not selfish to reclaim your energy and reclaim your life or whatever you want to reclaim. And then you can say, I deserve. What do you deserve? I deserve the love and goodness of everybody around me. I deserve to be treated as a good person I am. I deserve to receive all the energy of the universe in different forms. You know, when you do that, afterwards, the next step is be grateful for everything you receive. Because every day we receive little things. The trick to being happy, I wrote a blog post about it. The number one key to happiness is to notice the little thing. When you notice the little things, think about it. What could you appreciate about it? And then when you appreciate it, you can feel the gratitude in everything. And gratitude is not a habit. It's not a task like I hear something. Oh, I have to do my gratitude habit. No, gratitude is an attitude that you constantly express throughout the day. Right now, I notice that I speak, that I feel great, that I receive energy, that I give energy to the audience. In life, although you're far away, I'm happy to channel or give you energy. I feel it prickling in my hands from the havening. Do you feel your hands prickling? If you did havening with your hands, you will feel the energy. You can pull them a little bit apart. There's actually in Kirlian photography, you can see the flow of energy. We don't know what it is, but humans have energy that we don't know what it is. Some people call it an aura. There is something. And most people that have lived a while and are open to the idea have developed an ability to feel or even see it. So be open to the universe. I receive all the things that are there, all the wonders of the universe, because there are so many wonders. The wonder of a body, of a human, of a real human. Wow, We tend to forget it in our busy days when we think about, oh my God, chat, oh my, the computer, social media. No, it's all wonder. Life is a wondrous thing. And when you notice the little things in life, be grateful. I can move my hands right now. I'm grateful. Other people lay in bed and can't. I'm grateful. I can move my hands, my fingers. I can speak. A good friend of mine, of Mike and I, had a stroke. He's in a hospital. He can't speak. He can't swallow. I'm so grateful. I can speak. I can swallow. And I say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you, universe, whatever you believe in. Thank you. Make it a feeling, an attitude that you carry with you every day. Many of my clients have grown up in a Christian background. So did I. So I know the Bible. And in Paulus, he says one sentence that I often quote, where he says, pray without cessation. And for me, that means being with the universe, feeling grateful to God, the universe, Allah, whatever you believe in, and thanking the Creator for being there. And in yoga, they call it mindfulness. It's a buzzword, but really it's the same thing. It means the same thing. It means being grateful and saying, what if? If life is a mystery, is a wonder. And what if I'm excited for the next day to bring good things? Ah, that feels so good. I hope you feel just as good. Let's move on. And I want to close before I go to question and answers with the loving kindness meditation. Let's start this one. Let's see if it works. Because we live on a big globe, on a blue planet in the middle of a vast universe that we don't even know. And we are infinitely connected with different electronic devices and whatever, but we are really also connected by the universal energy. And there's more energies out there than we know. And I sometimes go back in history and say, in the 12th century, when you would have told people that the earth is a wonderful globe like that, they would have probably decapitated you, because the current opinion was the earth is flat. And Galilei had to drink a poison because he said, no, she's rotating. No, it is just gorgeous. So to end, what I want to show you is the loving kindness meditation. And here's how we do that. Loving kindness. Oh, I wanted to give you all a worksheet. Let me pull that up. Where do I have it? Oh, I am not well prepared. So what we'll do is I'll give you all that by email after the event, because I really do not want to stop this beautiful flow of energy that we have set up. So let's do what I call love and kindness meditation. And we'll do it with havening. And it has been proven to improve, to balance the brain, as gratitude usually does. It balances the brain and it calms anxiety. And I have also a video called Instant Calm Formula, where I combine havening with deep breathing techniques. And when you do that and practice it, you can turn off anxiety and stress in less than 10 minutes. And when you do it long enough, like I have, I can just take a deep breath and be calm, even if I was very upset. So you can learn it. It is possible. And I can't do it like some monks in India that are floating. That's not as far as I'm advanced, but I can teach you how to do everything else that we as regular people can learn. So let's get started. What this is that we're sending energy, positive energy, to us and to other people around us. And I want you to pick 3 words that say something good, something positive for us. And then we'll say with those words, may I be. So let's just pick 3 so we can say it together. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be at peace. Those are words that pretty much anybody would agree with. So let's get that started. I take my glasses off because we can alternate between the 3 havening moves. To do that, it will take about 5 to 7 minutes. And right now, I want you to rate. If you're nervous or anxious, which I hope you already have turned down from the beginning, give it a number from 1 to 10. How are you feeling? Between 1 and 10. 8, 5. Take a deep breath in your belly and take a deep breath out on the count of 8. Deep breath in on the count of 4, then blow it out to the count of 8. So I do it with you. If you want to watch me, but see how I'm doing it, you're welcome to it during the training. When we do it together, it's good to close your eyes. And alternate the havening moves and do those that feel good to you. When you do it on the shoulders, you can actually just pull it to the hands. That's what I do a lot, because when I do it in my lap, and you relax your shoulders. Just don't do it this way. This makes you more nervous. It's really calm and relaxed. Let's get started. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Say it with me. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. And next, we'll extend those good wishes to someone that you love, someone you deeply care about, husband, spouse, a parent, child, someone that done you good, someone that helped you, that you truly care and love. And I want you to think of him and her and say, may he or she be healthy. You can substitute his or her name when you talk with them. May he or she be happy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he be healthy. May he or she be happy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. Now, we think of another person, someone that you feel neutral about, someone that you neither love or hate, someone that you feel indifferent, like a teacher, mentor, someone like that, that has not hurt you, but hasn't really done that much to help you, but you feel very positive about him or her. And let's send him or her the same feelings. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. And some people start yawning during that. That means the brain says yes, because that's why you open. the wonder, we leave the energy in and the fatigue comes out. So it's a good thing. The next thing, and if you feel currently not good, you can omit that. But it is very nice to give those people that you really don't like also positive energy, because that's the people that need it the most. So if somebody has hurt you, somebody that you do not like at all, think of him or her now and send them positive energy if you can do it. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be happy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be at peace. And now, at the end, we'll expand that whole thing and send the positive energy to everyone on this planet, every human being and every animal, every living thing. And we say the same thing for everything. Let us all be healthy. Let us all be happy. Let us all be at peace. Let us all be happy. Let us all be healthy. Let us all be at peace. Let us all be happy. Let us all be healthy. Let us all be at peace. Let us all be happy. Let us all be healthy. Let us all be at peace. Let us all be happy. Let us all be healthy. Let us all be at peace. And then at the end, you take a deep breath, stretch your arms out and say, I feel so good. And the better thing is even to get up and do a little dance and say, I feel good. I feel great. Very good. How are you feeling? I think you're good, feeling good. And if you can use the reactions, I get some thumbs up, or you can put it in the chat box. And what I want you to do is, if you decided on a number before how stressed you feel, think about again if you still feel stressed and where the number is now. Probably closer to 0 than it was before. That is the whole purpose of it. Now, where are we going from here? Of course, there's options. You can contact me through my website. You can send me an email. You will get emails from me where I tell you how to contact me. We are currently at a change of systems. It takes a little time, but it will soon be finished and you will see an amazing website coming, I think, just tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. There will be more events. So if you don't want to miss out, feel free to subscribe here on Eventbrite so you can follow me. And if you have friends or family that you think may benefit from this wonderful technique or anything that I do or teach, feel free to share. And I always say, if somebody really has not enough funds to afford even the little fee that I charge for these events, let me know. I always give a few tickets away to those who really need it and that ask me for it. So never hesitate just because you currently do not have the funds. I have options also for people to create money, even if they have none yet. So in any case, I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Any questions? I hear I'm feeling great. I feel relaxed. Thank you. I feel great too. It's so good now. I'm feeling great. Yeah, that's what we want. Thank you. Thank you. I thank you all for being here today. I'm really grateful for everyone that came, everyone that registered for one of these events, and everyone that does and spreads the good energy, the good love, and the message that there's always 3 things: hope, faith, and love. And as humans, we have the capacity to spread more of that. So in that sense, if you have any questions, you can ask them now. If not, I'll let you go and you will get emails. There's always the options to respond and ask me. Please do not hesitate to ask. All right, that's it for today. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.